Coming up on Mountain News this morning, one disabled American veteran chapter is working statewide to bring specific relief to veterans affected by the tornado. And some survivors searching for a new home found temporary relief through a 2-year program.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Thursday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this May 29th. It is just about 5 o'clock this morning, and it is time to check on in with meteorologist Eric Dean for a look at that forecast. Eric, I know firsthand about that fog this morning. Oof. What do we have going on today?
Some places do have a dense fog advisory. All of our West Virginia counties are under a dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. and you can see it right there on our tower cam. There's nothing. Well, there's something there. You just can't see it because of the fog. Yesterday, made it to 75 degrees after a morning start of 64. Now 78 and 58 is where we should be for this time of year. But I want to focus your attention on one thing on this map right here. This number right here, that 7.5 inches for the month. We are now the 4th wettest May on record. We're sitting at 2.82 inches above normal for the month, 9.62 for the entire year. Right now, we're seeing temperatures in the 60s, a mild start to your, what's today, Thursday? Thursday, okay. My days are all messed up. There you go. So we're in the 60s. Live pinpoint Doppler radar showing a quiet sky right now, but that will change as we go into the afternoon hours. A little bit of a shower activity is certainly not out of the question. Today, we're going to make it to 75. We'll stay mainly cloudy. You can see the shower chances picking up in the afternoon hours. Now, the weekend is just around the corner, and we'll have that forecast coming up in the first alert forecast in a few minutes. But right now, the current time is 5:01. We'll toss it to Amelia.
Well, thank you, Eric. Veterans, they're receiving targeted help following the tornado earlier this month. One local disabled American veteran chapter is serving as a relief hub, distributing aid from a statewide effort. And a community cookout is taking on a new meaning. WYMT's Caroline Mueller shows us how support and solidarity are coming together in London.
Every month, veterans gather in London for a chance to catch up, laugh, and share stories. But this week, the conversation turned to tornado relief.
You don't know what you don't know. And so it's just important for us to make sure that we're bringing these resources to them, making them aware of this, because so many of them have lost everything and some have just lost some. And we just want to make sure that they know what's available. From
emergency supplies to crisis housing, veterans and organizations like Home Helpers are coming together to get the word out. And at the DAV Chapter 66 building, statewide aid is being distributed directly to those in need.
It's simply a matter of coming over to Chapter 66 on DAV Lane here in London, just submitting the form. There are no questions asked. We can verify eligibility. It's a simple 15-minute and you walk out with a check.
Veterans who lost everything receive $1,000. Those with partial damage, $500, along with supplies like bedding and clothing. Navy veteran Linda Esslinger says the experience was emotional but efficient.
I was greeted with my hugs from my fellow DAVers, and I received a backpack so I could go to the shower house and everything. My dogs got blankets. I got a check from the DAV, which I started crying.
Relief is available Thursday from 9 to 4. Meanwhile, the veteran group's long-planned spring cookout is still happening Thursday, but with a new purpose: to honor 2 veterans lost in the storm.
It's not just a cookout, it's a memorial. It's a time for us to come together, remember, and support one another after a tragic loss.
For Esslinger, who is now temporarily housed at Levi Jackson Park, the help has been overwhelming.
These are people that are given out of love, out of caring. And it's a wonderful, heartful feeling.
Home Helpers, along with veterans groups like the DAV and VFW, are working together to distribute donations and identify veterans in need. In Laurel County, Caroline Mueller, WYMT Mountain News.
The group discussed a number of tornado relief resources for both veterans and anyone else impacted by the tornado. You can find those details on our website, WYMT.com. Team Rubicon, a veteran-led disaster relief organization, is also helping people in Laurel County. From removing heavy tree limbs to putting tarps on roofs, Team Rubicon, or the Gray Shirts, are doing what they can to help.
Anything we can do to get them back to normal, best normal that they can get to, or their new normal, then, we feel, we're doing a good job.
Team Rubicon is a humanitarian organization that helps victims before, during, and after a crisis, not only assisting with the heavy manual labor, but members say they're also there to just listen to victims who may need someone to talk to. Governor Andy Beshear says it's likely he could call a special session of the legislature to continue support for counties hit hard by the tornado. According to the Lexington Herald Leader, Governor Beshear says it's due to a $100 million cap on emergency disaster spending. That was put in place by the legislature last year. It limits the funds the Kentucky Department of Military Affairs is allowed to allocate to match federal disaster funding. Some tornado survivors in southern Kentucky have a new temporary home. FEMA arrived with some travel trailers at a local park in London. It's a welcome sight for many that lost everything. For Getson Roberts and Bridget Downey, they're adjusting to the change after their home was destroyed. The two suffered injuries, but they are thankful for this new place to stay.
The community has really reached out and helped us and been, offering us help and resources and stuff, which is to take it one day at a time right now and just be grateful for where we're at and what we got.
Officials say people can stay in the trailers for 2 years at no cost to them. Folks are continuing to come to southern Kentucky to clean up after the deadly tornado. The group 8 Days of Hope is in London through June 7th. So far, they've been able to chop up down trees and help as many people as they can during this rebuilding process. One woman came to Kentucky after losing everything herself during Hurricane Helene.
I cannot not go because it's like I understand, and it was personal. And it's like I felt like I could come along in a way maybe somebody else didn't understand.
8 Days of Hope is a Christian nonprofit organization. One of their rapid response teams is currently in London. On Tuesday, community turns the devastation of the deadly tornado into a reason to come together. The 606 Strong Tornado Relief Benefit Concert was hosted at the Virginia Theater in Somerset. Sunday Best and other southern Kentucky artists donated their time and their talents to help raise money for tornado survivors. Proceeds from the more than 500 tickets sold are being split between United Way of South Central Kentucky and United Way of Laurel County. We're told more than $10,500 was raised. Well, here's some important information for you if you were impacted by the tornado. If you or someone you know needs to replace documents like birth, death, marriage, or divorce certificates, the Office of Vital Statistics will be at the Laurel County Public Library in London today and Friday. They'll be there from 9:30 until 4 both days to help with that document replacement. There will also be a town hall meeting on Friday in London for anybody affected by the tornado. Mayor Randall Weddle will be joined by FEMA, the American Red Cross, and Kentucky Emergency Management. It's happening at 6 o'clock tomorrow night in the gym at London Elementary. Officials say this is an opportunity for folks to speak with officials and disaster recovery partners. It's 5:08. Thank you for getting your day started with us on Mountain News this morning. It's not the most catchy name, but today is National Learn About Composting Day. We'll take a look at how cities throughout the U.S. are incorporating composting into everyday life.
And in the world of weather, make sure you have the rain gear handy with you as you head out the door. Details coming up.